Hey everybody, this is Tony up with Class Eagles. Hope you're having a great day. Something I hear said very often, especially at younger players' games, and sometimes even in training, whether it's from a coach, a parent, or often a referee, is we tell young players to get your hands down or put your hands down while they're playing, especially when they're fighting for the ball or a 50-50 situation. The players are often told, or whether it's like I said, the ref or the coach or the parent from the sideline, they're told to keep their hands down. For me, this is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine and a little bit of a big issue for players in terms of their development and learning how to play the game the correct way. The bottom line is using your arms to play soccer is part of the game, especially when you're trying to hold on to the ball, protect the ball, shield the ball, battle for positioning, win the ball from another player. It's a physical game. You are allowed to touch and move your arms against other players, within the rules of the game. And it helps, especially when players are older to gain advantages on the field and, be a very effective player on the ball and very effective defender. And if from a young age we're telling players to put their hands down and arms down, what you get is a group of older players who don't know how to use their arms and their body because they've never been taught. They've just been told to put their hands down and almost, told that contact in the game is bad and you're really just not allowed to touch other players on the field. And that's just not the case. I mean, obviously you can't shove, punch, hit, anything like that. So you don't want players doing anything that's going to be dangerous to themselves or the players. But it's our responsibility as the adults teaching the game, whether it's the ref, coach, or the parent, and helping players understand how they use their arms the correct way within the rules of the game. So as they get older, it's not something that they're afraid to do or they don't know how to do. I think it's like I said, I feel like it's a little kind of short-sighted to just tell young players to put their hands down when they're using the arms versus saying or teaching them how to effectively use it, teach them the right way that's within the rules of the game, because it's just not true that you have to keep your hands down when you play. And if anyone's seen a higher level match, whether it's at the high school level, college level, professional level, it's a very physical game and the hands and the arms are used a lot. And if you have players that are timid and afraid to do that, and as they get older, they're going to really struggle as the game gets faster and more physical. So for me, instead of taking the easy way out and just telling players to put the hands down when they might, cross the line or, are not really sure how to use it, let's teach them how to use their arms, how they can extend their arms to protect the ball, protect their bodies, to win the ball within the rules of the game. So it's a minor thing, but it does make a big difference in players. And again, when I'm working with players and I'm training teams, this is something that I have to address a lot with older players, and I really feel like it's something that they should already know how to do by the time they're in their teens and competing. That they need to be more effective with their bodies, need to be able to use their arms to protect the ball, to move a player off the ball, because it's a skill that a lot of players just don't have. And I do feel it's because from an early age players are told to put their hands down. So definitely at the younger age groups, got to control the game, call fouls, nurse fouls, but let's not oversimplify what players are doing and just telling them to keep their hands by their side, because you're doing them a disservice long term and not teaching them how to effectively use their arms when they're playing the game.